What is the story, everybody? This is Jonathan from Team ChainBlock coming at you with yet another deck profile. But as always, before we get into it, please like, comment and subscribe, and please check out the links in the description where you will find a link to our Facebook page and Kongs Cards to take advantage of our discount code ChainBlock5 for 5% off all your current and future purchases. Most recent set at time recording is the brand new Rarity Collection 2, but you can get some much needed upgrades on your staples. There's even some old school Edison blueprints in there, and yeah, there's loads left of Kongs Cards. Right around the corner is Infinite Forbidden, which features supports to the like of the infamous Gimmick Puppet deck, not the one that's featured and branded. And yeah, again, ChainBlock 5 for 5% off all your purchases. Also, quick one, not so quick. At time recording, we are at 542 subscribers, I think it is, and it would mean a lot to all the lads if we could get up to the magical 1,000 before the end of the year. We're going to try, keep pumping out content. We love making videos for you guys, and I know personally Cal would absolutely love it, as yeah, he mentions it a lot, and he's going to throw a party when that does eventually happen, and yeah, I can't wait to see that. So, what I'm profiling for you today, if it wasn't obvious enough, is Utopia. So yeah, if you want to play this deck, you gotta be feeling a certain something.
And why's that?
'Cause I'm feeling the flow! Do this, go!
Also, word of warning, if you've read any of these archetype cards, you know that some of the names are absolutely ridiculous, so please don't laugh at me. So, again, Utopia. Zexal was, in my opinion, a really good TV show. It got the unfortunate responsibility of following 5Ds, which was just incredible. One of my favourite, if not my favourite YuGiOh animes. But, you know, it gets a bit of hate, but Zexal is great. Yuma's pretty good. And, you know, Ashwell, I think, is a good character. And it's nice to have, like, a dual spirit that's not a floating Kariba.
That is the first correct thing you have said.
So, first card we have is Utopia Onomatopoeia. So, this card is always treated as some of the magical names, which you'll be hearing me say a lot. It's always treated as a Zubababa, Gagaga, Go, or Do card. Its effect is, during your main phase, you can special summon one of each of the previous funny names I mentioned from your hand in defense position. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from your extra deck except XYZ monsters. You know, that's a restriction that we're going to hear about 5 times, but you don't really care unless your opponent flips up the barrier, but we won't talk about that. Next is 3 beautifully printed in the tins, ZS Ascended Sage. So this has a Cyber Dragon type effect where if you control known monsters, you can special summon it. A little better. Also, this is a running team. If a card is XYZ summoned using this card, it gains the effect that you can add 1 rank up magic normal spell from your deck to your hand. We're only playing 1, but it's a good one. Next, we're playing the other Sage, ZS Arm Sage. If this card is XYZ'd and used as material, you can add 1 ZW monster from your deck to your hand. They are the funny equip monsters that give specific XYZ monsters effects. We'll get to them. Pretty good. Next, we're playing 2 Utopia. Just a quick one. These are all warriors. That is quite relevant. So yeah, level 4 Light Warrior, Utopia. If an XYZ monster is on your field, you can special summon this card from your hand and send one other card from your hand or field to the graveyard. Add 1 XYZ, Onomat, Zexal, or number spell / trap from your deck to your hand. So this is like your spell and trap searcher. Itself is super searchable and it searches you out pretty much everything in the deck that you need. Next, we are playing 2 Astral Karibo, really good card from Brothers of Legends, quite expensive, one of my personal favourites in Grand Maju, but that's a different story. So you can special summon this card by revealing 1 number monster, and this card becomes its level times the rank. So in this particular circumstance, you will be revealing probably Utopia, a rank 4, making this card's level 4. Also, again, the benefit, if it's used as XYZ material, it will give the XYZ monster the benefit of not being destroyed by battle or card effect. Pretty good. Now, into Zubaba Bancho Gagaga Coat. I don't know how to say that fast because of Duel Links. So, if you control a Zubaba Gagaga monster, except this. So, while this card is in your hand, you can special summon it. Then you can target 1 Go or Do monster in your graveyard and special summon that. Then, the restriction, for the rest of the turn, you cannot special summon unless it's XYZ monsters from your extra deck. Next we're playing one Dodo Dwarf, Go Glove. So during your main phase you can special one Zubababa or Gagaga monster from your hand if you control a Go or Dodo monster. This has one of the relevant graveyard effects where you can special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field if you control monsters of the previous mentioned names. Pretty good card, level 4. And then the aforementioned equip spell monsters. Shout out to Cal for grinding through his bulk to get me this. One ZW Tornado Bringer and then one ZW Pegasus the Twin Saber. So I think this gives a monster negate, and then this stops your opponent. This stops your XYZ monster from being destroyed by battle and targeted, or card effect and targeted. Really good cards, super searchable. That's it for the Utopia / XYZ monsters. Now we're going into the Yuma spells, and there's a lot of them. One Onomata Pickup. This essentially adds you an Onomat card. You can target one Zubaba, Gaga, or Go or Dodo monster you control. All monsters you control become that level. Not really relevant as all we're playing is level 4, but it does search you one of the best searches in the deck, one Onomata Power. Surprisingly old card. So you can only activate one card of this card's name per turn, send one card from your hand to the graveyard and then add 2 monsters. Really, really good. It's a Rhoda for 2. So add up to 2 Zubababa, Gagaga, Dodo, or Go monsters from your deck to your hand. Insane. So this card in itself is potentially 2 rank force if you do it right. And then another searchable card, one Zexal Construction, which also reveal one card in your hand, add one of the following cards from your deck to your hand, and then shuffle the revealed card in your hand. You're adding a ZW, ZS, Zexal Spell or Trap, rank up magic spell, or rank down magic spell from your deck to your hand. So your searchers go into more searchers. It's just surprisingly for a not popular archetype, it does have a lot of consistent spells in the deck. Pretty good. Next we're playing one XYZ Change Tactics. Really good if you summon a Utopia monster, not just the main fella, a Utopia monster. There's a few of them. You can pay 500 life points to add a card from your deck to your hand. Not once per turn. To draw a card, sorry. That would be insane otherwise. Next is our one rank up magic spell we're playing. So basically if you can target one level 9 or lower Utopia monster and then special summon a level 10 or higher Utopia monster. Really good. I'll tell you what we go into with that. Next is another searchable trap, which is double or nothing. You know, the card you always draw. I think we all know what this does from an old OTK from 2019-20. When a monster's attack is negated, you can then make it attack again and its attack is doubled. And then lastly, we're playing one Numbers Protection, which is also searchable. It's really good. As I said, this deck surprisingly for an archetype that's not popular has a lot of searchable stuff, and this is a searchable Omni Negate when you control a number XYZ monster, and then it can also, under certain circumstances, reset himself. So potentially an Omni Negate you can search and use twice. Really cool. Now, let's go into a little heroic challenger package. Again, shout out to Cal. He got me the second one of this. So I really like this little bundle because, as I said earlier, they're all warrior monsters. So if you control 2 warrior monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. Also, like other heroic challenger monsters, it has an effect where if you have 500 or less life points, you can do other stuff. That's not really relevant. But the main thing is, it adds you Heroic Call. And Heroic Call is a monster reborn that is searchable for warrior monsters. Also, you can special summon a warrior monster from your hand. The only negative thing is if you're not summoning a heroic monster, its effect is negated, but you don't really care as it's just an insane extender. Next, we'll go into some staples. Firstly, we have the somewhat mandatory 3 Ash. You know, Ash is Ash, it will always be good. Next, we have 2 Triple Tactics Trust, 1 Talents, 1 Rhoda, 1 Duster, and 1 Callboy. So yeah, Triple Tactics Trust, if you can afford to play, you know, it's good in a lot of stuff. Some of our onomatopoeia spells are like normal spells and are really good. The obvious target for it is Talents, which is just an insane card in Former right now. Rota, as we play mostly warrior monsters, bar I think 1 Fiend and 1 Rock. Duster, because this deck absolutely hates back row. And then Callboy the Grave as the 40th card, as it's Callboy, and we absolutely love it. So that's it for the main deck. Let's go into the extra deck. Oh, quickly before we go there, I have a little honorable mention. Another super viable, if not even maybe sideable little package for this is the Kashtira package. So obviously we know what Fenrir does. If you control no monsters, you can special summon it, you can banish a face-up card in the field, you can search another Kashtira monster. Really, really good. In this circumstance, you can search Kashtira Riseheart, which again is a warrior. So it special summons itself when you control a warrior monster or a Kashtira monster. You don't use the effect to make it a level 7, as it is a level 4 and it's just an awesome extender. The problem I had with this was, unfortunately, I just kept drawing the one Riseheart and never saw Fenrir, but in theory, it's really, really good. So that's just my little honourable mention. Now we'll go into the extra deck, and this is where the fun begins. So, 2 of the iconic big bad boss monster for Yuma, number 39, Utopia.
Rise on up, number 39, Utopia!
You know, really, really cool. Again, this kind of suffered from, it was following the other, you know, Yusei's boss monster, Stardust Dragon, which, you know, it's a lot cooler. But Utopia is still an awesome, really cool boss monster for a protagonist. It has a pretty cool effect where you can negate an attack, and then that also like goes with the OTK for double or nothing, and then attack again. It also has a weird drawback where if it's attacked and has no material, it's destroyed. But it has like so many retrains, and it's what the deck kind of revolves around. Next we're playing 1 Utopic Sage, another retrain of number 39. So you can detach 2 materials from this card to special summon 1 ZW or ZS monster from your deck. Also for the rest of the turn, you cannot attack only with number monsters. So really good. It also has a protection from card effect or destruction to banish it, and it just gets you one of your monsters that can extend you further or equip to a XYZ monster to protect it or give it a anomaly negate. Great card. Next we're playing Utopia Prime. Utopia Prime, you can also XYZ summon it using a Utopia monster. You know, it's good for making a big Zeus. It has a funny board wipe, then like banishes monsters and afflicts 300 damage to your opponent. But I think it reduces your life points to 10 if I remember correctly, yeah. But it's still a good card in certain circumstances. Next we're playing 1 Utopia Double. It's what searches you, double or nothing. But you always draw double or nothing, so yeah. But it's still a good card and necessary. Next we're playing the first rank up target, which you won't really make, but it's still really good, which is Ultimate Leo Utopia Ray. So once per turn you can detach the material from this card and equip one of the SW monsters from your deck or face up or your extra deck to this card, giving it an ability, and then it quick effect turns into an infinite impermanence. Pretty good. Next we're playing the main OTK package from a few years ago that people will recognise. Number S39 Utopia Delighting. Super good, so good. They printed it in max rarity. It attacks, negates the effects like an Ancient Gear until the end of the damage step, turns to 5k, amazing card. Next we're playing our rank up magic target. Absolute House, number 99, Utopia Dragonair. So this card, essentially what it does is, it summons you out from 1 to 100 number monster. I'll show you what we're summoning now. Also, if a monster attacks, like your opponent's monster attacks, it turns its attack to 0. Super good card, super annoying to out, especially if you summon it with Astral Karibo somehow. And then we're playing 2 cards that, funny enough, don't have ranks. Number FO Utopic Future and number FO Utopic Draco Future. I think we know this. This card was super expensive when it came out for Sharks. You get this out to summon this out with 2 of the same ranked number monsters, and it's just an anomaly negate. Great card though. Then we have Gaga Gaga Magician to revive one of your rank 4s, and it can make something 4k in the right circumstances. Now, as we're playing level 4s, and this deck can, you know, suffer going first, but under the right circumstances, making a Babushka in a lot of duels is good enough. Now, as I said earlier, Dragonair can summon out a 1 to 100 number monster, and the one we're summoning now is number 38, Hope Harbinger. Snake Eye players, please do not get this banned. I should know, I am one. Please don't. We should all, gentlemen's agreement, stop playing Hope Harbinger. I'd be so sad if that goes. But yeah, this is how you cheat this out. So, usually going first, if you want to, you can end on Hope Harbinger as a spell negate, and then this equip that can't be destroyed by battle or card effect, one of the ZS monsters that give it a monster negate and potentially can't be destroyed anyway by battle or card effect, depending on which route you go. Next, Superstar Slayer Typhon. You know, we get locked into XYZ summons, you can make Typhon. A lot of your stuff is under 3k, so yeah, it's pretty good. And then we're playing an XYZ deck, so we're playing Zeus. So, that's it guys. Thanks for watching. Please, again, like, comment and subscribe. We're really hoping to get to that magical 1000. I know Kat would appreciate it. He has big plans for us to ChainBlock when we do eventually make it. So yeah, please stay tuned and see ya.